On January 12, 2025, the entire Island Reggae music community was shocked by the news George Fiji Veikoso, the legendary voice of the Pacific, had breathed his last at the age of 55. Just a few months ago, he was still full of energy on stage at the Homecoming Concert 2025, a reunion night, where his voice echoed throughout the stadium as if he wanted to send all his love and emotions to the audience one last time. That night, no one thought that it would be the last time they would hear the Song of the Ocean resound live. People still clearly remember the image of Fiji standing in the midst of bright yellow lights, smiling gently, waving to each audience. Behind that look, there seemed to be something profound, as if he knew that he was about to leave. His sudden passing has left a huge hole in the hearts of millions of fans around the world, from the idyllic beaches of Hawaii to the bustling streets of London. And today, we look back at his life journey, from a young boy in Fiji to a Pacific music and cultural icon, to a legacy that will never fade.
George Veikoso was born in 1969 in Fiji, a beautiful island nation in the heart of the South Pacific. Growing up in a place where the ocean is his second sky, George was nurtured by traditional island music from a young age, songs about love, the ocean, and family. In a simple wooden house by the sea, young George would sit for hours listening to his grandmother sing folk songs. Those simple sounds penetrated his blood, becoming the soul of his singing later on. However, life in Fiji at that time was not easy. His family faced many economic difficulties, and tragedy struck when George was just a teenager. His father passed away suddenly. That loss forced him to mature early, but also ignited in him a strong determination to use music to keep his father's memory alive. At the age of 14, George and his family immigrated to Hawaii, a land of ocean breezes, but also a melting pot of multi-ethnic cultures. It was here that George first came into contact with reggae, a music genre from Jamaica that had blended into the Hawaiian lifestyle. The Fijian teenager quickly realized that he could combine the traditional music of his native island with reggae to create a unique style. His musical career began with small performances at local bars and festivals. George's deep, ocean-like voice immediately captivated audiences. In the late 80s, he began to attract attention from the Hawaiian community and music producers. The big turning point came when George decided to leave Hawaii for the U.S. mainland, carrying with him the belief that his island reggae music deserved to be known to the world. The early days in America were not easy. George had to work part-time jobs to make ends meet and find opportunities to perform wherever there was an audience. But it was this difficult time that forged his perseverance, something that helped him survive and shine later.
In the 1990s, George Fiji Veikoso, known simply as Fiji to his fans, began to develop a unique musical style, a fusion of reggae, R&B, light hip-hop, and Pacific folk music. His voice was both warm as the Hawaiian sun and deep as a sun far from home. His debut album, Evolution, was released in 1994 and created a big buzz in the island reggae community. But it was not until the 2000s that Fiji truly reached international fame. Hits such as Smokin' Session, Sweet Darling, and especially Love of My Life became indispensable songs in the island community's cultural events. A memorable mark was when he participated in composing the theme song for Baywatch Hawaii, a globally popular TV series. Fiji's music helped audiences feel more clearly the tropical island atmosphere that the film wanted to convey. This was also one of the times when he brought island reggae closer to audiences outside the Pacific. Not only stopping at the stages of Hawaii and the US, Fiji also performed in Australia, New Zealand, and many Pacific island nations. In every place he went, Fiji's music was like a reminder of home. No matter who you are, where you come from, the sea can still connect you all. One of his most memorable moments was the Homecoming Concert 2025, the performance returning to Fiji after many years away. The image of him standing on stage, behind him the waves and the cheers of thousands of spectators, became an emotional symbol for the people here. No one expected that it would be the last time they saw Fiji sing in their homeland. To his fans, Fiji is more than just a singer. He is the GOAT, greatest of all time, of Island Reggae. His career is not measured by the number of awards or albums sold, but by the fact that he has become a part of the memories of millions of music lovers.
The phrase GOAT, greatest of all time, is used to refer to the most outstanding people in their field. For the Island Reggae community, that title for George Fiji Veikoso is no exaggeration. Not only possessing an emotional voice, Fiji also has the ability to turn each song into a story, a journey that touches the listener's heart. His songs often carry messages about love, family ties, homeland, and pride in Pacific origin. This is what makes Fiji's fans not only listen to his music, but also live with his music. On social media, thousands of memorial posts appeared immediately after the news of his death was announced. People shared photos with Fiji after shows, short videos recording the moment he shook hands and hugged fans, or simply the words, "Rest in love, Fiji," with hearts and the Fijian flag. A longtime fan from Hawaii wrote, "You are more than just a singer. You are the voice of the sea, the one who tells our story to the world." Many young artists have also expressed their gratitude, saying that Fiji is the biggest inspiration in their careers. Singer Jay Boog shared, "Without Fiji, Island Reggae would not be Island Reggae today. You paved the way for all of us." Even those who have never met Fiji feel close to him through his music. The song "Sweet Darling" has become the wedding song of thousands of couples in the Pacific and the US. Songs like "Warrior of Love" give strength to those going through hardship. It is worth noting that Fiji has never put himself on top and forgotten his roots. He often returns to Fiji to do charity work, organizes fundraising concerts for poor children, and always mentions his homeland in interviews. It was his humility that made him even more respected. The 2025 Homecoming concert became the clearest proof of that bond. Thousands of people flew from all over Fiji just to hear him sing again. Many said that when Fiji sang that day, the sea and the wind seemed to calm down to listen. No one expected that it would be his last performance. After his passing, the fan community launched an online campaign called Forever Fiji to preserve all of his moments and music on a digital platform, so that future generations can still know this legend. In many cafes and bars by the sea, people still play Fijian music every sunset as a way to say hello to the artist who turned into the sound of the waves.
George Fiji Veikoso has left the world, but his music still resonates like the sound of the waves crashing on the shore. With more than 3 decades of dedication, Fiji not only left behind dozens of albums and immortal hits, but also a powerful message. Music is the language of love, transcending all distances and times. At the memorial service in Fiji, a sea of people sang along to his famous songs. No one cried alone. They cried and sang, making the farewell the most beautiful chorus for the artist. Fiji's son said, "My father was not just a singer, he was a part of our hearts and will always be there." Today, every time the melody of "Sweet Darling" or "Warrior of Love" resounds, people remember not only a voice, but also a person who used music to connect millions of hearts. Fiji is gone, but his spirit, like the vast ocean, will never disappear.